VR is a real thing, right?
It is.
Yeah.
We'll link to each other.
Do they have the suits to where you can wear them and like have
Probably.
the feeling?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that's on that one.
We'll send them that one website.
Click this link to put your suit on. Sick.
Put your suit on. We got something in the chamber for you, Scott. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Built for War podcast. You are on the Built for War YouTube channel, or you are on the Built for War Patreon, or you're on the Built for War Spotify. Either way, you're listening to the Built for War podcast. I am your host, Austin Trotter, accompanied by my co-host, Mr. Michael Musick.
What's up, Strength Freaks?
How you feeling?
I'm good, dude.
You good?
I'm good, bro. Ready to get into this.
I know. We've got some serious money on it, and after watching, so we're filming this Saturday night, basically right after the Arnold Strongman Classic went on. There was some serious upsets in what our thought process was.
Listen to me, okay? Nothing turned out how I thought it was going to, okay? So I owe fucking money. But we're going to go over this. So
I don't think you do, because I think I only got one right, and I think that was Mitchell Hooper.
Yeah. Literally, this was a pretty wild the turn of events. Like a lot, like it shook it up, which is exciting in Strongman, which I love. And but we're going to go over it.
So I have the piece of paper that if you guys haven't, before you watch this, go back to our Arnold predictions.
Yep.
I have the piece of paper that we filled out with the predictions. I already know that there's one thing on here that neither of us got.
Yep.
We were expecting Thor to pull the 501.
Yep, the 501.
So let's break that down real fast.
Okay. So, yeah, we both said, like, if he was going to do it, because we weren't sure if it was, like, an up in the air, because sometimes, they like, years previous, they say they're going to do it, and then they don't need to because they, did the...
Why would you pull an extra 100 pounds when you don't need to?
And technically, that's exactly how it went. He fucking went way over everybody. There was no reason. He won the event with 10:26, and there was no reason. He won the event, but he was a man of his word, and so I appreciated that, because after watching his 10:26, I was like,
it wasn't the first half; it was the top half.
Exactly.
It was literally right when it breaks his knee.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
yeah, it's that little like quad hip transition.
Yeah,
like right there.
It's
and like,
right when you have to literally shove your pelvis.
Exactly.
Through.
I was like, I don't know about that, like, because I go back to different bar, raw, but anyway, I don't give a fuck. You're pulling the weight, whatever you're doing. The weight moves. The weight moves. Like thinking about like Eddie's, like when because he did very similar jumps, very similar, like
100-pound jumps.
Yeah, like he started at 416, or Eddie started at 420 kilos, so that's like Thor did 916, and then Eddie did 920, and then the second jump was like high nines, almost 1,000, or no, I think 1,000. I'm sorry, and then then the 501.
Yeah, he basically jumped and hit. It was basically like early nines. It was like
early nines, early thousands, and
1020.
Yep,
and then he went straight to 501.
Yep, exactly.
Which is 1106.
1106,
and when I saw his 1026, I was like
it was strong.
Damn
lift.
it,
strong lift, but it was not there. It was like, I'm sorry.
Like if you're gonna go for the 501, which is another 80 pounds basically.
Yeah, almost full plates.
You've got to make that first one look like nothing. And at the top, when he bobbled a little bit, I was like, fuck, it's not there.
But then that was the shocker. Like we said, fast off the floor to the knee. He's done this back in 2019. He did the same exact lift. And he at least got it to the knee, and it looked really good. But that's that huge one where he stopped after that one. If you watch, Hawthorne never wears deadlifting socks anymore,
right?
Because his foot slid, and if you watch the video, it was actually facts. When it got to his knee and he started struggling, his left foot slid, and they started sliding apart, and it threw him off balance. So after that, he's always gone barefoot. So I figured Like even that tired, all that ampage, and like, yeah, you let everybody have 15 fucking minutes. I thought for sure it was gonna pop straight off the floor to the knee, and then like be a hardcore, insane struggle, like everybody screaming, like let's fucking go. But I knew it wasn't gonna go. But the fact that it didn't even break the floor, it was one of those like, oh, I'm sorry, Hofthor, I love you to death, and that's a lot of weight. So I get it.
Yeah.
But that sucked. I bet he felt that even too. He was just like, okay, I'm going to go just hug my kid because right now I'm feeling super like, you know, that hype, like making everybody wait to turn around and just like not even break it.
And did you see it was the pre-Arnold like judging where they're like, who's going to be pulling the 501? And everybody was like, Hafthor's doing it.
Yeah, everybody.
Was
even
like,
fucking
even Mitch.
Even Mitch did the whole play, like fair on him, and that always shows what a guy he is. He pulled the 991, and then Thor was coming out for his 1026, the last one before his 501, and he purposely said that he was going to pull 1,001. So that means that they had to reload the bar, get it all ready, wait for it. Because if you always watch the Arnold, they have to sit there and wait for the fucking people to like let him go, and he let it. So that's minutes and minutes and minutes just to go out there and touch the bar and just be like, all right, I'm done. But that gave Hofthor another like 3-4 minutes to get ready to do the 1026.
Right.
So he went out of his way to like, I want everything to go golden for you. Like, you know,
because Mitch also didn't pull 1,000.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he was like trying to set him up as best as possible. Like, so I'm assuming that like he was in the back getting ready for his 1026, which would be his last opener before the big lift, and he said he could hear him saying like he wanted a couple more minutes, so he purposely went out of his way. They were
even talking about the commentators, which shout out to Jerry Pritchett because he was commentating this entire thing, and I'm not gonna lie, like Big Laws is Big Laws. He was kind of annoying as a commentator because he was doing everything based off of. And I know this is how you should be as a commentator, but he was like doing it like based off of his life of strongman.
Yeah, right.
Which is understandable.
For sure.
At the same time, he was very repetitive in how he was saying. He was like,
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like I already said, he probably said that 7 or 8 times
like
every day.
Just kept saying the same
super repetitive.
thing.
And it was just like, but Jerry Pritchett, very calm, very quiet, spoke when he needed to.
Absolutely.
And every time it was gold. So
it was. I do.
Huge shout out because that's the first time. That's the first time he's commentated on any of this, right?
He's done it every year. He does it every year.
Does he really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think that he's just getting more comfortable. I'll be honest with you. This is the most comfortable. Last year I thought was the first year.
Okay.
The year before that is his first year he ever got on. So in 2023, 22, he did the Arnolds. And I thought it was kind of weird. I was like, oh, okay, Jerry's up there. I was like, cool. Because it's always been Big Laws and what's his face. And like, yeah, he was a little bit shy and like kind of quiet. And then last year, actually, he was like, yeah, right there. And I was like, I actually really like Jerry as a fucking, last year was the year that I was like, I like Jerry as a fucking commentator. And then, yeah, this year he was just like even better, like getting more like the flow, like, you know what I mean? Like knowing how it works.
I've always, and I don't know if it's just my bias with him too, but I've always liked Jerry Pritchett. I haven't been like the number, like he wasn't
he wasn't my
number
one
guy.
Strongman, no.
But he was always the guy that I was like,
oh, dude,
let's fucking go.
Like if he did great, you're just like, fucking let's go.
Like,
dude.
because he's also, because he was a lineman before all of this, right?
His job? Yeah, fabricator. Yep.
Was he a welder?
Yeah, he's a fabricator in the shop. That's what he's been his whole life.
I thought he was a lineman.
No, he said that's how he learned. Was just stacking like shop metal, being a fabricator.
But that's why I always kind of took a thing to him because he's just
blue collar as fuck.
Blue collar dude.
Always has been. And like, yeah, I love Jerry. Yeah, super straightforward dude. Just, I always thought he'd be really cool to meet. And
I haven't met him yet.
No, never met him. No.
I've met a lot of on here.
Yeah, luckily we've met
we met Evan, Trey, Austin, Hafthor, Mitch.
Yep.
I obviously have met Bobby.
Bobby. Like, so this, I mean, we've starting to learn to like, meet a lot.
Have you met Tom?
Stoltman, never. I want to. I would love to meet the Stoltman boys.
I have not met.
Never met them.
I've met literally all of the Americans on here.
Most of the Americans we have met. Most of
besides Nick. I did not meet Nick.
No, Gondrade or whatever.
Guardione,
yeah. Nope. I'm sure we probably saw him in passing at OSG, but like
I was gonna say he was guaranteed at
Yeah,
OSG.
he was at OSG, but like, yeah, I don't know him.
I guess I've never met Austin Andrade.
No, Andrade, but he's the same. Like they're right there, you know what I mean? They were just other competitors back there with all of us.
It was funny how many people that we met at OSG that were World's Strongest Man competitors, which is really cool.
Yeah. But
yeah, so Thor did not pull the 501.
No,
obviously.
No, so unfortunately, like
I was also, I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping that he would do it just so that all of the Eddie Hall wiener riders could STFU about the 500 pound or the 500 kilo deadlift.
I know for sure it's over. But it still stands. I mean, it's just showing like that is a ridiculous amount of weight.
Now,
whether it's suited or not.
I was also thinking about this as well. That is a record that has been standing for, I mean, because I'm giving it to Half Thor. I don't care what any of the Eddie Hall fans say. Like 501 is 501 is 500 fucking 1 kilos. Now, that was 5 years ago. That's crazy to think about. 5 years ago. Now, if you think about the 105s, the 105 kilo guys are about to break 1,000.
They are very close. Yeah,
that's crazy. The 105s, the 90s, and the 80s are consistently progressing every single year.
Ridiculous.
There's going to be guys that walk into World's Strongest Man at 275.
Oh, absolutely. Soon. Absolutely. They're very
soon.
Very soon. I guarantee in the next 5 years, you'll probably see like even some small guys coming out of the 105s, like, smashing shit.
Yeah.
Well, like, as you take, like definitely like that 275, 265, just because the amount of weights that you're really fucking with, like, constantly. And like, so it'd definitely be like the bigger guys on the 105.
Yeah, I mean, like the Nicholas Camby.
Exactly. And like Nick up big. Like, I mean, he's small for those guys, but he's still fucking 3-something, you know what I mean? That's a big boy. But then I look at like, if you think about those kinds of people, I think more like those guys are fucking killing it. Is Pablo Carnacci. Yeah. Very thin, very fucking lean, and a smaller guy. Patty Haynes, who's in Europe's all the time. He's a 105, fucking killing his shit.
Yep.
Like it reminds me like of those early days of like Adam Bishop, just super athletic, quick as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? These guys
like we always say, that's what the sport is evolving into.
It is. And
because even though Half Thor won the deadlift.
Yeah, he won the deadlift because his ass unfortunately handed and everything else.
Yeah, he barely scathed into third, into the podium this year.
He did. Like, he was just...
Now, let's just get into it.
We'll just get into it, yeah.
Okay. So the final results, obviously, if you guys are watching the YouTube, you can see it, but the final results are 10th place, Maxime. He ended up falling out after the second. He tore a bicep.
So sad.
I was expecting him to do much better. He didn't even hit his first attempt on the deadlift. Dude, he zeroed the deadlift.
Yeah, 750.
I don't know if there's just something with existing injuries or what's going on. Nick Guardione, he did great.
I mean, what can you expect? He was a sub. He got it at the last minute.
Yep.
And going from the OSG platform to the fucking world's strongest competition in the world, damn near.
Yep.
Like, that's really impressive. And he did. I think he hit all of his openers in the deadlift other than the third one.
Third one, yeah.
I didn't really see...
I think the third one, he basically just swung for the fence.
He went for it, and he just was too much. But he did great. Like, he still showed up. He performed, and but that's a big stage to jump onto, so that's great.
And then awesome. Bobby Thompson took 8th.
Oh, Bobby.
After the third event, he ended up getting injured, tried to come back for the 4th, ended up, I believe... from rumors and everything, and I texted him about it. I haven't heard, but he's obviously dealing with stuff. He literally just finished competing today.
Yeah.
But supposedly there is rumor that he tore a hamstring.
Dude.
So
yeah, and like we said on the previous podcast,
if he could stay healthy, he's got a chance at podium.
Bobby can stay on that. He could. Yeah, he has a chance at the podium.
Because
when he does do events, he does amazing. It's just can he actually?
Yeah, I mean, he took 2nd in the deadlift.
He always does amazing in the deadlift.
I'm sorry, no, he took 3rd.
He took third, but like. He was on, but again, he was like opened up
by
at
like
950.
Yeah.
And like, again, one of those is just ridiculous.
Pretty sure his last pull was 991.
Yeah.
Hooper took 995.
Yep. And then, so that's what I mean. It's just like, so he did amazing. It's just, unfortunately, you gotta finish all 5 events.
Then the one that was the shockingest, I believe, for me was Tom Stoltman took 7th.
Boy, my boy Tom. You're killing me, Tommy. Killing me, Tommy. You on this Arnold stage. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Yeah.
Dude, you have all the means in the world, and every time you step on this fucking United States soil for some reason, other than Worlds.
No. I was gonna say Worlds
other than
because World's Strongest Man was Miami.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's in Florida and everything, so I can't say that. So I don't know, brother. I don't know what's going on, but like you got to get out of your head or something, because every time you step on any stage other than the World's Strongest Man.
This podcast is sponsored by Premier TRT and Med Spa. Make sure you guys go over to www.premiertrt.com to get all of your testosterone, hormone, and peptide needs.
Absolutely. And just overall general health. I mean, you guys want to be checked out by the best in the business and people that actually care about you and your well-being and your overall health, whether it's strides and strength, admirations, or just a healthy living style. You guys cannot beat Premier TRT and Med Spa. Great family-owned style business, and you're just one of the family. And as always, get yourself checked.
Either that or go check them out at 12774 Colorado Boulevard, Suite 141 in Thornton, Colorado. Yeah. Go over there and tell Melanie we said that we sent you, you know. Tell them that Built for War sent us.
That's right. You were hanging out with us last night, chilling, and you needed to come get checked. So, bam, there you are.
Yeah. For a low price, they'll check you out. They'll get you what you need and get you out the door so you can be back to living a healthy, lovely lifestyle like everybody else.
That's the American dream.
That's the American dream.
It really is. But no, for real, guys, always we say keep an eye on your health, and there's nobody better.
Yeah.
Premier. And, family, and just, man, you just become one of the family, okay?
You're part of the familia now.
For real. You're under my protection, okay?
Well, thank you for sponsoring us, Premier TRT, and thank you to you.
Always.
We'll see you guys. This podcast is sponsored by Cerberus Strength USA. Make sure that you guys go to cerberus-strength.us for all of your Cerberus needs.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the absolute best. They're coming up in the game. They're owning the game. Cerberus Strength is the best quality product you can possibly wear.
I mean, I tell you what, whenever I think of strongman or powerlifting nowadays, I think of Cerberus.
Dude, I think about Cerberus every day.
I mean, because I wear Cerberus every day.
It looks super sick.
It does. Make sure that if you guys want any of the gear, the equipment, accessories, apparels, they're even coming out with supplements now.
Absolutely.
Make sure that you guys go check out Cerberus Strength.
For real. They're literally one of the best in the business. Probably the best in the business. They're sponsoring everybody from strongman athletes to all the strength sport athletes out there, taking over the game. And you just know you're in safe and good hands when you rock Cerberus Strength.
And make sure that you use our code B4WAR at checkout to save you 10% at checkout.
Absolutely. And their packages always arrive, no problems, shipping, everything. So B4WAR, get you 10% off.
And thank you to Cerberus for sponsoring this podcast.
Absolutely. We love you.
We love you.
You walk different. And like, I'm not there, but like I watch enough of it. And from what I've heard, like you act different, like, and that's all mental.
Well, no, even just watching him,
you can see it.
Watching the difference between him at World's Strongest Man.
Actually, your facts. We could actually pull like you, like as here right now, you people. Just clip over to fucking YouTube and watch some World's Strongest Man. Watch the
19 finals.
Not even 19, even 2024s like that just happened last year. Yeah. They have it up now. He won it. Watch the way he just like kind of like even like you know the passing like where like you see him coming up and getting themselves ready. Just watch his demeanor, the way he walks, the way he approaches things, and then watch him in the Arnolds. Like it's very different. Head down,
he's
fucking like in his head, like you can tell he's like thinking so much about what he's about to do. Where like Worlds, he just fucking struts out this Zadrunas style, like just fucking. I don't care. I'm about to fucking wreck.
Big dicks. That
big dick. Every fucking thing that I touch.
Now, who is? It's Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. The slumpy little donkey.
Yeah. Oh,
that's exactly what he looked like the entire time.
The
at the
whole
Arnold.
time. Like, well, and I noticed it. Like, I immediately noticed it on the deadlift because it was the first one. And when you're watching them get ready, you know, before they call them, you can see them all sitting down right there. And I was noticing, and I was watching them, like, and who was sitting there? I think Bobby was sitting there. Half Thor, and then Thompson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stoltman. And he's sitting on the edge and like fucking legs just jittering, just fucking can't sit still, just sitting there where everyone else is just like getting ready to like take a nap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that means they're calm, they're cool, they're confident about what it is. Like when
they
it's time
know going in there exactly
like,
what their pulls are going to be.
do.
Their first two, they're going to hit it no matter what.
Right.
Their third one, let's swing at the fences.
Absolutely. And like, so you could tell he was nervous just going to the very first bar. No different than Maxime. Fucking Maxime, his opener smashing his face. Like, I knew he was nervous. But again, these are events that they're not the best at. Even Tom, amazing deadlifter, but that's not his bread and butter. So I was like, it's okay, it's the deadlift, like whatever.
But that just like set the rest of the stage.
But that's the kind of athlete he is. Like,
I know,
if he doesn't start on a high, he like, and we all get it as competitors, right? But we also have to understand that as competitors, you have to hurry up and forget about it.
Yes and no. The only reason why I say this is because the Shamrock is the same way for me every single time. The first one is a pressing event.
Yep.
I normally take mid-pack in that.
Yep.
After that, that's when I start fucking cranking.
But like when you know how it is, like when you just crank it, you do a good event, and then all of a sudden you hit an event and it fucking like you just dog it. And like you get that little bit of like you want to like piss and moan and be pissed, but then it's like that you can't. Like it's like we have another event. Like,
see, and I don't know. I don't know if there's ever really been a time that I've walked into an event because I know how I'm going to do on game day because I'm just so fucking consistent in my training to where I know exactly what's going to happen on game day. I'm not going to do great at this one, but I'm going to fucking excel in this one. So I already set the precedence in my mind of exactly what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. So that way, if I exceed expectations, fuck yeah. Yeah. If I don't, okay, I already knew going into that I wasn't going to do that great, which might be a failure on my part due to the fact of like I'm already going in at a negative mindset, not being like, oh, I'm going to fucking do this. Right. But at the same time, like I'm so quick to forget about the last event because I just honestly don't give a fuck.
That's good.
I've got the next event.
Absolutely.
That's my fucking event.
For sure.
And I always make sure that I look forward to the next event instead of being like, fuck, like I only deadlifted 585 when I knew I had 600 in the tank. And it's like, doesn't fucking matter. You've got to fucking throw a 300-pound keg around. Yeah. So get ready for that. Right. So, and I know that you're a little bit different with that because, I mean, I just remember like the Shamrock last year. You got super pissed off after the deadlift because you had that soft lockout because and you didn't call it.
Because my plan didn't go to go. Because I was like, you plan things. It's like good points in this, shit points in this, good points. Like same thing. Yeah, like you know what you're there to perform. So when it doesn't go to plan, you're like, motherfucker. So it's like, so it's one of those like, and I'd get sometimes like that. And it's like, and I feel it creeping on me. And it's like, and then like, then you just got to learn to like let it go and fucking, it is what it is. But I get that, I guess, when I saw that through Tom, but I was like, dude, come on, bro. Like you're fucking, you gotta get your shit together. Like you got, this is for funsies. Like, or I'm going for an invitation to something. You're fucking a lot of money on the line.
You're on the fucking stage.
You're on the stage, motherfucker. Like put a smile on your face and like, let's go. Get your shit together.
This is one of 3 of the world's biggest strongman.
Bro, like fuck, like
he definitely needs to fix something.
He does, and I know
I don't know if he's got something family issues or whatever the fuck's going on.
I don't know
because the whole thing that came out with his brother. I don't know if there's something that's coming on with that. But literally watching him in this, I honestly I was sad for him because I was just like, this is not you, dude.
No, and especially because he's doing the big dick thing now, which I like. Hey, man, you got the money to do it now. Just because I follow him so much, he did just hire a sports psychologist, so now he's actually even added somebody to his team. And so I really thought he was going to come in this hard as fuck because he even had him fly out and stay in Scotland with him for the last like couple training sessions with his thing and like had him with him. And like, so he's like, I'm fucking ready. And, and Eddie did the same thing when he did his 500, he ordered, and then like Thor and a lot of these guys, they get sports psychologists. and to keep that mind sharp for competition. And like, so I really thought he was going to do it, and it was like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck? Like, so I don't know. So unfortunately, yeah. So next,
Stoltman 7th.
Yep.
Evan Singleton took 6th.
Oh, Evan, he's right there in that top 5-ish. I mean, I was hoping better. But.
The commentators were all talking about like Evan Singleton does not have on paper a bad event.
No, he doesn't.
The problem I have with Singleton, and I think everybody can also fucking agree with this statement, is he gets way too fucking.
He does, dude. He goes too hard. He does. He just fucking pulls out.
Fucking
dude.
Take the T-Rex out of it and just be Evan Singleton, the strongman.
And it's true. Like, we get it. Like, and it is exciting. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Like, it's showmanship, but strongman is not like it's not emotion driven in a sense. It's technique, and it's like being emotion in your technique, but he like almost like he like throws it all away, and like he gets so amped and gets so in that crowd and turns into the wrestler, turns into the showman, and like just completely just, you know what I mean? Just haymakes it. Like, I guarantee, like, and it's like,
after I watched him, because I have been following Singleton consistently for this prep because he has been posting consistently.
Yeah, he
and
does.
I'm like,
Constantly,
fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
like let's go,
him.
let's do this. After I watched the deadlift, I knew he wasn't getting top 5.
Yeah.
I knew it because, like we talked about in the predictions, you have to pay attention to the whip in that bar. Because that bar is fucking long.
It's huge, dude.
And even though you're a huge guy,
Yep,
that thing will humble the fuck out of you. And the second attempt, I watched him yank that fucking thing off of the ground, and the weights did this.
Oh, yeah.
Bam!
Slapped
and
him.
it fucking pulled him straight forward.
Yep.
That's just, that's how that is.
And but like, and again, he's just a savage, and like he pulled through it, and that's great. And then I was proud of him. Like, he PR'd and got a 980 something pull with a hitch. And as a hitcher, I was actually quite impressed with that hitch.
Losers.
But hey, fucking who was it right before him that tried? Oh, Tom, my boy Tom. He tried to hitch the same weight. He couldn't hitch it.
No.
So like,
the fucking rest on the leg shit.
Yep.
You losers.
There's a technique to it, and so like
maybe just get a big butt, and you don't have to have that problem.
It's okay. It's okay.
You do have a big butt, though.
I
That's
do.
the funny thing.
Very small hip bones. Very small hip bones.
Yes.
And
gigantic butt.
Huge. And but unfortunately, but either way, like, again, the amount of energy that he is suspended through that deadlift, I think, like, just caught him through the rest of the events.
Well, and I could definitely tell on the press medley because he
was
went
all
from
over the place.
The dumbbell went great. He got that one straight out of the gate, but it was that natural stone press that truly fucked him. And then after that, like, watching him try to get the big one, couldn't get the big one. He jumped over to the little one. I can't remember if he got it for one or if the second one almost slept him. But
I didn't even watch that event yet.
He bobbled on the second one.
Did he?
On the smaller log, because they did the heaviest log first. You can try that, or you can go to the small one.
Yep, for reps.
And he did the second one. I believe he got it up, but it didn't get a full lockout. Okay. And he went and put it down. He like did the stumble backwards.
Well, and that's what you see on a lot of them. And then he does the growl, and he's just growl, and like. And it's like, bro, you're suspending so much energy by just like showing off for the fans.
And also, I don't see a lot of people that exhibit that kind of behavior that are in the top 10.
No, and and I love people being different, but at the same time, it's like the commentators are
you smashing your head.
Yeah,
is not going to make you think better.
No. I mean,
I'm for it. Everybody's got their own thing. I'm not saying that he needs to change his whole life because I don't lift at his level. No. But what I will say is that when I smash my head, it makes me fucking dizzy.
Me too.
I can't focus.
No, me too. And
I can't think.
And that's fine. It works for him, but that's the part. It works for him, but also in a part it doesn't. Because Evan has a super massive potential. And he is just almost getting in his own way by just getting too fucking amped up. And he's making just rookie mistakes Like last year, he did the deadlift. He pulled the fucking first one twice because he was so fucking energetic that he let his hand rip right off. It's like, like in professionals, I'm not even a professional at that level. And I understand that like that extra pull is going to catch you on that fourth event, homie.
Yeah.
When you're trying to lock out that fucking stone to get you that last position, that little bit of energy, because you had to pull 960 twice, is going to catch you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It will.
The first half before
Dude,
you even get to the
I'm
stage of
telling
where
you,
that
like-
guy slaps the fuck out of your back.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you
just
come up and you're like,
fucking so much. And your CNS is so great. And then you're hyped from the crowd, like more than normal, because normally you're just training in a gym by yourself. Sure, you hype yourself up, but we all know. Like we almost save that for the day, like that energy, that hype. So your CNS is great. And these are 2 days events. This ain't a Giants Live. Like you can run that high for 4 or 5 hours and be done. No, it's like you got to run that all day. They got the women's going. They got the fucking people going. So it's like an OSG day, 12-hour day. And then you got to turn around and go to sleep. And then another 12-hour fucking day. It's like you cannot ramp like that and just be sitting around like hardcore like that. And I don't know. So unfortunately, yes, I was.
So yeah, he took
Yeah, he's
sixth.
sixth. So unfortunately, but
So fifth, which I'm surprised. I don't know where we obviously still don't know where we stand. Trey Mitchell took fifth.
Nice.
It's great to see him back
Yep.
after his Achilles tear.
Yep.
He's seeming to
He's
really just
doing
start to
great.
ramp
He's coming
up.
back and back. He looks great.
I definitely see if he can stay healthy within the next 3 years, he's going to take one of these big shows.
He will. Well, he's already taken the Shaw a couple times, and like, yeah, but he's up next for an Arnold or.
Well, that was when Shaw was small.
Shaw
Like,
Classic.
that's-
Yeah, he won the first 2 Shaw Classics.
Yeah.
And then now it's SMOE, but like, yeah. But he always does really great there.
No, Brian Shaw won the very first Shaw Classic.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, Brian Shaw won his own show the very first
That's
time out.
right, he did. I thought Trey did.
No. Trey didn't win until the year after that.
Maybe it was the second year. When they made it like, oh yeah, because the first year you couldn't even watch it.
No, it was up in Estes at his little compound.
Yeah,
thing.
so the second year
And
when
that's
he
why
made it like
I was just like, yeah,
I didn't
of
know,
course
right.
Brian Shaw
That's
wins his
right.
own
We said
fucking
that.
show.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
That's right. So then the second year, I said the first year because he made it fucking public to people.
Yeah.
That's when Trey took it, and
Yeah.
then he won it the next year after
Yeah.
that. That's right. Okay.
So-
that's right. But yeah, no, he is, and he does great at the Rogue. He's very, very consistent and just getting better and better. So, super proud of Mitch and or Trey. I'm sorry, and he'll be back at World's Strongest Man, top 3. Like he's gonna be fucking climbing it and taking
He's a
it.
fucking dude.
And he's young.
He's
fucking
also-
30 years old.
He's also fucking so cool to talk to.
He is nicest dude.
Like we met him at OSG, and literally it was just nice to have a good conversation.
He
with the
was. He's
fucking
just
guy.
a normal dude. Just like, and then,
Granted, he was just wheeling around on his one knee little fucking
But
skateboard.
then,
but-
like, then we flew back with him, or at least me and Carly
You flew-
did.
you flew
Yeah,
back
I
with
flew back with him and Nick Best, and like we were chilling there, and like that's what I mean. They're just like super normal people, like
Yeah.
just super normal.
Yeah, I guess it
people.
was because when we met Thor and fucking, I know him by his Instagram name.
Yeah, I know.
Mega Gojira.
Yeah, what's his name? No, it's not Andrade. Yeah,
It is Andrade.
yeah, it's
right?
Andrade. Yeah, and Andreada. Fucking whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever his name is.
The world's best fucking
Yeah,
powerlifter right
literally.
now. But when we met Thor, it was nice because Thor was actually like somewhat talkable. Granted, his English is very broken for the most part. I think his accent also has a little bit to play with it. But when Trey kind of rolled up behind us and we started having a conversation with him, it was nice because that was just a fucking dude that you would meet in the oil field, that you'd be able to have a conversation with, smoke a fucking cigarette with, and just chill.
Sucks.
And yeah, it was great talking to him.
Yeah. So.
And then in fourth place, Austin Andrade. He took fourth.
Awesome. He's coming up huge.
He looked fucking great.
He does. He looks so good.
He didn't look great, super great on day 1. His day 2 really fucking.
Yeah, his deadlifts are strong as fuck. But other than that, like, yeah. But he, he's coming up. He says,
I think he's converting. He's in the process right now of converting from a static athlete to a like athlete.
Like
Well,
an
an athlete.
Well, if you see him by his build, he's so thick. And he always he's always called himself the Mexican Eddie Hall. And so, which means like he's great in static. Like that means
he'll be able to deadlift 500.
Like, yeah, when you don't move in one spot, you can lift anything. But ask me to move, and there's a problem. For all you boys and girls getting off work, that one's for you. That's for you. Yeah, he is like, yeah, in moving events, he's definitely like, he's got to pick that up. But he's seen it, and he's always doing great. I mean, this is huge. He's still super new to the scene.
Yeah, I mean, what was his first one? Was Rogue.
Was
right?
Rogue. Yeah, he jumped in the Rogue, and then he did World's Strongest Man. He made it to the finals. Or no, World's Strongest Man was his first one.
Was it?
Yeah, because even though they just showed it, but it was last year or whatever, right? Like,
that's right.
They fuck us up on when they actually show it. But so technically, his first showing was World's Strongest Man, and he made it to the fucking finals.
Isn't it crazy how we know somebody that works for the World's Strongest Man? We're not going to mention who, but even they say that it's fucking crazy that they can't bring out World's Strongest Man within a month.
Yeah, isn't that wild? I know.
That's fucking crazy to me.
Yep. So that's what I mean.
How is that? Like, I'm going to bitch about this a little bit. How is that possible?
I don't even know,
Bro, we are talking about the Arnold's Strongman 2025, and then the night that it finished.
They just
finished probably 4 hours ago.
4 hours, and we're talking about the finals. And guess what? After an event, probably 20 minutes, we saw the finals of each thing. Yeah, World's Strongest Man 2024 happened early 2024. We're in 2025 now. It's been a year, and it just started airing like a month ago.
Yeah.
So we're just now, that's why we're talking about it now, because it's fresh, because we're just now seeing it.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
But anyway. So now we're into the podium.
Yep.
Hafthor Bjornsson took third place.
Nice.
I was expecting him to get podium.
I was too. I knew he'd hit the podium. Or did I even put him on the podium? I either put him on fourth or third. I don't remember. I put him fourth.
We'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah. But I knew like he'd be right in that area.
Yeah.
I knew he'd be right there. So
and then the biggest shock of the night for me, at least, and I should have fucking known because he's an absolute monster.
Yeah,
we slept on him. Lucas Hatton takes second.
Fucking Lucas is a savage.
Not by a close to third.
No.
He had 6.5 points on Hafthor.
That's what I mean. He is like he was
itching
at Mitchell.
He was knocking on the door of Mitchell.
Making Mitchell actually work. Like,
if it wasn't for the very last event, because we barely just watched it, Mitchell had to do one stone twice.
Yeah.
He got it twice, and he barely broke Lucas, so he was able to contain third or first.
First, yeah.
So,
but yeah, you're making the most like dominant strongman.
He's fucking chasing it.
Like that's what I mean. Like,
and this is his
third pro show, I think. Because
I was gonna say, I think this is still his first year.
It is, yeah. Because I'm trying to think of when he showed up. He showed up in one of the Arnolds, I thought.
Yeah, he won Arnold's
last year. Yeah, so he
year.
showed up in 2024 Arnold's. That's right.
And then that's when
he
went
great.
to...
And he fucking did great.
He went to Strongest Man on Earth.
He went Strongest Man on Earth. And then, And
now he's here.
That's true.
And he fucking did really good at Strongest Man on Earth.
I mean, he did Americas and stuff, but like on the top stage like this is his third biggest show. And like these are the biggest shows in the world.
Yeah.
And fucking right there at second. So... yeah, my apologies, Mr. Lucas. We
fucked up. You're a bad dude.
You're a fucking savage motherfucker.
Bad dude.
You're a savage motherfucker. And so, congratulations to you, my friend. That's sick as fuck. Your life is slowly going to start changing from that normal, like who we are.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden winning big shows like that, constantly, your life is going to change real fucking quick, my friend.
You definitely taking second in this is putting you in a different tax bracket.
Yeah, you're going to be getting some different phone calls and emails. I bet your phone's blowing up right now. You probably got notifications off, don't you?
Turn that bitch on silent.
Turn
have
that
a good
motherfucker,
night.
Because, you in another stage now, boy.
So, and then it goes without a doubt, Mitchell Hooper.
Fucking Mitchell, dude.
I fucking knew it because he's the best strongman out there.
I know he is, but
I don't care what any of you fucking dick haters think. Mitchell Hooper is going on a fucking spree.
He is.
Now, I say that because I know there's so many people that fucking hate on him because he's such a technical athlete. However, if you looked at him from the deadlift, I knew he was going to win at the deadlift because every single attempt was calculated.
So perfectly.
Everything is calculated. You can't fucking hate the guy because he's not out here trying to pull 501.
Exactly.
Like, don't hate the guy because he's calculated. He is
very calculated.
He is exactly what Brian Shaw was.
Yes.
So it was okay for Brian Shaw because he's been in the game for so long. But then this guy comes in and he's got the whole design and the program and the blueprints, and he's like, all right, I know if I do this and I do that and I eat this at this time and this at this time, this is going to be the outcome. Just because you hate him because he's not raw dog.
Exactly. It's because it's just going perfectly to plan.
Like I am not a nut rider when it comes to Mitchell Hooper.
No.
I think that he is absolutely fantastic in what he does because he does it so well.
Yes.
But out of this entire list, Trey Mitchell is my favorite. But I was expecting Mitch to win because he's just so fucking dialed.
He is. It's facts. He's dialed. You know it's going to be fun. Just again, as not for him or the people.
Not for him.
Just as a fan, I guess. I was watching, like I said, I'm very I watch a lot of these and just watch the way people are and the way they people watch in a sense. And I have noticed, and I've said it on a few podcasts prior, and I did notice on this podcast. I mean, I'm sorry, not on this podcast, on this Arnold event. He's definitely his approaches are changing a little bit. He's very calculated always. The thing I always bring up, and only because you've seen it in time, a lot of people spark. Yes, his spark is lasting very well, but again, it's been only a very short span.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, at this level, it's going to catch you. And I have noticed more and more. And he doesn't let up on a lot, but again, because I'm a geek and all I do is watch this kind of shit, he has had more injuries than he likes to share with people. And when he approaches bars now, it's a little bit more slower, a little bit more methodical, which being an older guy, I totally understand that because you're trying to pay attention to stay away from certain areas. That eventually is going to catch.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. And it is going to, you know what I mean? So I'm almost wondering if and he's a very intelligent guy. He knows these things. I almost think he almost knows that. And it's that approach of we're going to harden dick this motherfucker for 2 years straight, bag every fucking thing possible. And then
set up the rest of my future.
Yep. Set up my life and fucking we're done. I don't see him being that guy like a Brian Shaw, trying to stay on the podium for years after. You know what I'm saying?
See, but that's also it. He's hard to read. Yes, yeah. That's the only thing that's getting me because he could be that guy. He could be the next Big Z.
It's true. And he could be out there forever.
And he could literally be making sure this motherfucker does his homework on everybody and everything.
Yeah.
I guarantee he watches, and I fucking hate to say this, but there's a reason why Tom Brady was the best quarterback. He was watching nothing but fucking game film while he wasn't playing the game.
Yeah, you're just.
I have a feeling that he's doing this on every single one of these guys to fucking calculate where he's going to come in at. Why overexert?
Yeah,
he's the exact opposite of Singleton.
And that's
he's
actually,
I'm not going to be a showman. I'm going to do what it takes to fucking win, and then I'm going to leave.
And he does. He, out of anybody. And that's what we were actually talking about. We were watching the Arnold earlier, and we were watching the press works and whatever. And I was just saying that. I was like, if you watch Mitchell and you watch all the other, it's very different than most athletes, even as myself. We all love the whole, going hardcore, the camaraderie. Even when you go out and you lift and watching somebody, even if it's not the winning lift, but we love watching someone struggle and pull past
Give them that fucking PR that they've just been.
And they've been struggling and just nosebleeds or whatever. It's the most savage thing ever, right? It's oh my God. And then for him to come out and make things, he doesn't expel any energy, it seems like. Everything he does is just so nonchalant.
When he did his 996,
whatever it was,
deadlift,
it was just,
it was 5 pounds above Bobby Thompson.
And he even yelled, he's like, it's too easy. He's like, this is, and it looked that easy. Normally I'm not huge on the cockiness. I'm not a cocky person. So I actually don't like it when people perform lifts and then they're kind of like super cocky and douchey about it. You know what I mean? I don't like that. And
especially when there's some struggle.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when there's some struggle
and they're just like
too easy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
was it though?
That wasn't.
But that wasn't. Mitchell, like after watching his 2 pulls, I was like, bro, that was fucking ridiculous.
When he picked up that 996,
I was like, shut the fuck up.
And there wasn't no hitch. There was no struggle from the floor.
It broke. It took a second, and then just bloop. Like it was so quick. Like
I was just like, where's the rest of it? Like,
exactly. Like it's like, are you done lifting? Like it was that simple.
Like you're done at that. That's it. That's all
like
you're gonna want to pull.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like watching his like expenditure.
But
his
that's
energy.
what. See, and that's why I know. Like that's why he's so hard to read because he already knows. Okay. Bobby is not going to pull anymore based off of what Bobby just did. That was his max effort. And fucking big shout out to big coach Bobby Thompson because that was the most max effort fucking deadlift I've seen at the Arnold in a long since fucking Mikhail Shivlikov's deadlifts.
Right? Yeah, that was a good. I didn't think he was going to pull that.
I didn't either.
I thought he was going to drop it.
At the very when he started having a hitch, I was like, oh shit. Fuck.
And he didn't even do a real hitch. He just kind of bent the knees and like still like he didn't even do an actual hitch. He fucking just bent his knees.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
But when I saw that, I was like, holy fuck! Like that's deadlift.
Right, that's what I mean. Like that right there is the deadlift. Of the night. And then turn around and then Mitchell comes and goes heavier, which should be
only 5 pounds.
Only 5 pounds, but like technically, right at the end of the day. If I was a fan there, it's like, that is unbelievable for the downright disgustingness of that. You made it that easy. Yeah. But as a fan, it's like, remember Bobby's pull? Like, that shit was sick as fuck. Yep. Like, let's go. And
people are not going to remember Mitchell's Hooper's
because
pull.
It's just so, like, most of his performances, I'm sorry, most of his performances are so nonchalantly easy that it's like,
you were saying, he comes in and he lifts these things at like an RPE 7.
Yeah, like he's always just sitting at like an 8, like a 7, 8. I mean, I think maybe once.
Then you got Bobby at a fucking RPE 12,
dude, and then or Singleton or all these guys that are like at a 13, just getting ready to break their spine at any moment to be able to do these things.
But he comes in, he trains extremely hard.
Oh yeah, oh god, yeah. Oh,
but then he comes in. He already knows what he's doing. He just comes in
diabolically.
And he
does what we all hope to always do.
Yeah,
training should be hard. Competition day should be easier than training.
Yeah,
like, and we all say it. We all know it, and it should be that way.
And it shows in his training to his comp days. Obviously, with the last 3 competitions that he's done,
they're not stressful days. Like, it's all to plan. And I mean, and I do 100% believe in that whole like hard work will shut up doubt. And at the end of the day, what is fear? What is anxiety on comp day? It's doubt. Like, fuck, I might mess this up. I might, fuck. When you know.
Besides the first event. The first event, I think that's always just like.
Anybody. I don't care. Mitchell Hooper's still fucking like, butterflies in his stomach. Yeah. You know, until that first pull is done or first attempt or whatever.
Whatever it is.
I don't care.
The first event is
the first event. Like, after that. But anyway, other than that, though, like, yeah. When you know, like, it's like, I've done this. Sure, we all know that anything can fucking happen. But at the end of the day, when you know, you're just calm and relaxed, you know you can turn it on the second you click your belt. But until then, you don't need to re-hype yourself up for 20 fucking minutes trying to get yourself into this zone that you're not in. Because you're already there. You know it's there. It's capable. It's like, boom, I can just turn this on when I fucking want. It's a light switch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and he's that way.
He is that way.
He doesn't need to overhype. He doesn't need to scream. He doesn't need to find that place. It's there all the time. So, super respect. So that was, once again, fucking Mitchell.
It.
He did.
Fucking
I did expect it. I just, like I said, I'm always a fan of the sport, and I always want to see this. And I do love Tom, so I really wanted to see him fucking come out and like, do some shit, win that Arnold. But all right, let's go over these results.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so. Let me get a pen.
Yeah.
All right, no, I got the first one. All right, so I took Hooper.
Yep.
For first. Okay. I took that. You took Stoltman first.
Yep. So that's an X. Okay.
I took Bjornsson for second. You took Hooper for second. We neither got one.
Another. See, I have Kieliskowski on there.
Okay, so Kieliskowski did drop out.
Yeah, so he had to have dropped out before we fucking guessed this.
He had to have.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, yeah, so fucking okay. So we'll just do the following down then.
Yeah. So I took Saltman for third.
Hey, I got Bjornsson. I thought I put him in fourth.
No, you didn't. Bjornsson got third.
I know, but we said put him. Oh, yeah. yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so then I took Singleton for fourth. That did not happen.
No.
Tell me I'm only going to get one.
Dude. Yeah, because I got
Bjornsson fourth. Nope. Fifth, I took Kaliskowski. Obviously not.
Yeah. I said
you took Haddon. Obviously not.
No.
Sixth. Oh, you got Singleton.
Let's go.
I said Hatton was sixth. All right. 7, Andrade. Nope. Boudreaux, 7th.
Fuck.
Nope. 8, Boudreaux. Nope.
Fuck. I almost got Thompson, right? I almost got Thompson.
We all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said Andrade 8. Nope. I said Thompson 9. You said Thompson 9.
Yeah.
We said Guardione both 10. Nope and nope. It is a fucking wash. If you didn't get Singleton, I would have won. However, that's fucking crazy that we
suck that bad. We're actually usually pretty good at this. That was one of those wild turnouts. And that's the fun thing about Worlds. Strongman is you never fucking know, dude.
I'm gonna label this and then we're gonna tuck it.
Okay.
So that way we can do. So this is 2025
Arnold's. Yep. So, I mean, that's the sport, man, and that's what's fun about it. You never fucking know. So, we didn't get any comments from you guys, so you weren't part of the pool. So I apologize. We can't pay you because you didn't fucking throw your shit up on here. So we didn't see it because the other podcast has been out, right?
Yeah.
Has it been out up to this point?
Should have been out for a fucking minute.
If it hasn't been out, then my apologies to all
12 days ago.
Well, yeah, 12 days.
And if you guys aren't listening to the podcast every single day when it comes out, you're slacking.
Dude. You're missing out right now. But no, shouts out to all you guys, all the new subscribers and everybody. And,
so I don't know. And you guys are going to have to... I got called out on my deadlift form the other day. That was
nice.
hilarious.
We got a hater comment.
Yeah.
Sick.
We right there, baby. Right there. We're going to tuck it in.
Okay.
That thing is locked in the vault forever. We're going to go to the comments here because we've had a couple of really, really sweet ones.
We have. So, if you guys have noticed on the channel, we're just trying to post more and we had Austin had the good idea we're going to start posting the shorts and stuff just like we do our training videos anyway, so we might as well just be throwing them up on the shorts for you guys. So, and again, I know we always talk about just putting more, it's dude, like I said, this is it's a lot of work to do this stuff. This isn't our full-time job, hopefully one day. But yeah, we're, like we always talk about, we're going to slowly keep, doing more and more and more. So you guys keep an eye out on that YouTube, hit that subscribe and, and get that notification so you guys know when a short's coming out or a podcast or God knows what.
So we had Scott Dodds. Actually, okay. All right. Let's start it at the beginning.
Let's start at the beginning.
Chase McGee. Oh, actually, let's start it with the real beginning.
The real first.
We had fucking athlete Big Zach, the strongman, was Zach. Doing the Denny Stone holds.
Yeah.
This guy said, carry them full grocery bags, bro.
Hell yeah.
Swole Wolf has a handlebar mustache. Swole Wolf has a handlebar mustache.
Fuck,
let's go. He said, carry them the full grocery bags,
only
bro.
One way. Hell yeah. Sick.
So we commented back, said only one way to make one trip to the car. He said, heck yeah, bro, stay swole. Fucking love those comments, dude. Those. Keep that shit up. Old Chase McGee giving the laughy face. Scott Dodds, always Scott
the Dodds.
We love you so much, dude.
Oh, actually, real quick before I forget, Dodds, we need to send him some stickers because he's building a new deadlift platform and he needs some nice new fresh built for war stickers.
Well, that is great because here in July, we have something going on.
Yeah.
We're finishing up the finals, the final details about it, but we're going to get some fucking shit made for this stuff.
Yeah, so we'll get some shit made. But yeah, so.
Scott.
Scott.
And Chase. Well, Scott, because you're not a Built for War athlete, but Scott officially, like,
Dude, Scott
we're going to
is.
send you a whole care package.
Literally, Scott,
Because you're so great to us.
That's what I mean. When our channel goes big as fuck, we have a whole army. I mean, an army. And then we're just going to send you shit like monthly, just for being our number one fan.
You will get one sticker and a virtual pee-pee touch every single week. VR is a real thing, right?
It is.
Yeah.
We'll link to each other.
Do they have the suits to where you can wear them and like have the feeling?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that's on that one.
We'll send them that one website.
Click this link to put your suit on. Sick.
Put your suit on. We got something in the chamber for you, Scott. Oh, boy, howdy. Yeah, so then the greatest comment of the week so far was actually on my video of me doing a 600-pound deadlift. Goodbye, lumbars and disc. First of all, I didn't know that there was more than one lumbar.
No, lumbars.
Lumbars.
We have multiple lumbars.
I also feel like his accent was more like, goodbye, lumbars and discs.
Probably. That's kind of like how they do it.
We looked at his channel, and it is very Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern, yes. You guys know how we do it down here in the West Side, you know, Mike? Rounded backs and shit, picking shit up. What you talking? Fuck you know.
Fuck you know.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Get on your bike with your whole family and get the fuck out of here. That one just killed me. I didn't see that until right before.
Yeah.
By the way, join the Patreon. You'll see the whole before all of this happens.
It's just a couple dollars, okay? A couple dollars, and you guys get some extra funnies, okay?
It's actually all the funnies.
It's all the funnies.
It's where we're completely
just
raw.
Just raw, like setting up, just sitting here, getting all ready, and how we pregame and all the things for the podcast.
We talk about vaccines, and we talk...
Dude, everything. We are the news.
We are
just
the
watch
news.
us. Just subscribe to the Patreon.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Every morning, watch our shit, and like you're updated on the world, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, so that one was funny to me. Goodbye, lumbars. Goodbye, comma, lumbars and discs.
It's okay. We love that.
Well, see you later.
Like we always say, we love it. And so you guys keep commenting, keep doing all the good shit.
We're missing something. You continue.
So yeah, I don't really care. You guys, I love any kind of interaction, whether you guys want to hate or not. That's all good for me.
I think it makes things better.
It does.
Because we don't have a complex about what we do, right? Like it is what it is. It's just what we do.
It's just what it is.
It's just fun.
It is. I didn't say I was the best in the world at this. I didn't say these things.
I'm going to say we're the best in the world at strongman podcasting.
Dude, obviously.
Period.
I mean, okay, that one I will boast about a little bit, okay? We are the best.
We are the best.
Tell me that in my comments, okay? So I can sleep tonight.
Please just fucking tell me I'm right, Dad. Tell me you love me.
Did my best.
I did my best. Where the fuck is it? I just saw one.
Dude.
What the freaking heck?
We're doing our fun facts.
We're doing our fun facts. Hold on. Wow. Okay. First of all, the History Channel has all of the strongman facts. So, okay, Vikings. This is what we're going to do. 8th to 11th centuries. Fun facts. Strongman competitor Hafthor Bjornsson, shouts out to him, just did that, known as Game of Thrones fans as The Mountain, unofficially broke Storolfin's Millennium Old weightlifting record at the 2015 World's Strongest Viking competition in Norway by carrying a 1,433-pound log on his back for 5 steps.
Oh, shit.
The sport of strongman has important ties to Viking traditions, roughly 200 years old. Iceland's Husfell village became home to a 409-pound Viking lifting stone that has played a predominant role in the 1992 World's Strongest Man contest. That's very interesting.
It is.
I didn't know that he did that lift.
I didn't either.
To put 1,430 pounds.
I didn't know he did that lift because if you watch the on the History Channel, if you watch that Strongest Man in History, they did an episode on that, and Nick Best was the only one, and they didn't carry it like he picked it.
He just picked it.
He picked it up. And that's the story of the Viking who, he took like 5 steps and he broke his fucking whole back, and he died. But that was the whole thing. But it was 1,400 and something. So I didn't know that Thor fucking turned around and walked it like the actual 5 steps and fucking completed the lift.
Yeah, I didn't know he didn't do that. Could definitely see it. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, so that's really rad as fuck, and that's Viking as fuck. So that's really cool. I did not know that.
Let's see.
That looks like a stupid ass event, and I never do I want to try that. Because remember they were doing that there for a little bit with the fucking log, and people were holding it on their back. It's the same thing. That's a stupid lift.
Yeah, it was at SCL.
Yeah, I was gonna say it had to be an SCL thing. I know what show it is now. It is that one, where they're out in the fucking Norway in the mountains.
Here it is, right here.
Yeah, it's all snowy. Yep. That's not the lift.
That's not the lift.
No, it's it's because it's a big old log that you carry on your back. No, this is the Viking press. Oh, yep, this one right there. That is not.
Hold on. Yeah, we're not gonna post the fucking. That's not it.
That was not 1,400. That's the lift, but like that wasn't 1,400 pounds.
This said that it was 2015.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it looked like a pretty basic fucking thing. I don't know. Yeah, that's that SEL shit. That's crazy shit. Huh. Okay, maybe this is like its own.
See, but he took 4 steps just in that one.
And that's what I mean. He did it on the way there, too. So he took like 10 steps. I don't understand that. See, and everybody else is like, I don't think that's 1,400 fucking pounds.
That one's not 1,400.
Yeah. Yeah, see, there's no way. No, because everybody else is doing that. And that's kind of, and they actually do that quite a bit in SCL. I've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Fuck that event. I don't know though, dude. Like, I mean, I doubt that's it, because even Brian Shaw himself tried to pick that thing just straight up and he couldn't pick it up. Like, so.
Yeah.
It took Nick Best, which is like.
But that was also like, they were like bent over and it was just their legs. I remember that lift.
Because all they need to do is like just pick it straight up. That's all they were trying to do.
The one thing I will say is I don't believe that the History Channel is going to say something that's not true.
Yeah.
When it comes to strongman events, like,
I mean, that's just like
aliens, and fucking what the fuck was that? The aliens, ancient aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's some not true stuff in that, but
at the same, I don't know, dude. I mean, that's multiple people then. Like, I don't know, but that's cool. It's a cool fucking thing.
So, your strongman fact of the day is that Hafthor Bjornsson did 1,433 pound log on his back for 5 steps.
Yep. And he still lives to tell the tale. Remember that when you go to sleep tonight, okay?
So go home and do 1,000 pounds for reps, and you'll one day be as strong as a mountain.
Exactly. Then you can fight the mountain.
We never really got into it, but we do want to thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing on the podcast. The views on the podcast hasn't been great just because of the shorts. I think like we've been just posting a lot of shorts.
Yep.
But if you guys are still listening to the podcast, we appreciate it.
Love you guys.
Please make sure that you take your time, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. It helps us out, helps us help you. If you haven't, go check out the website. Go buy you something nice for you or your significant other. And
and just stay tuned.
Stay tuned because we got some big shit in the fucking pipeline right now.
We got pipeline coming. And
literally, it's all written out. Everything is set to go. We're waiting on one thing.
Yeah.
And as soon as that one thing goes through.
Yeah. Yeah, so stay tuned.
You guys better be in Loveland on July 12th. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly. Be here. But we'll get more into that. But until then, you guys stay up to date. Keep an eye on us, and we'll keep an eye on you.
Always an eye on you.
Always. We're creepers like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night. We'll see you tonight.
Good night.
While you're sleeping. Goodbye.
Goodbye.